Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today it's what I call leftover goodness. So I did these cards for thank you cards for a month coming up. And while I was cutting them, I started with a quarter sheet. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I had all those beautiful frames. And I was like, what to do with all these frames. So here I decide to do this lovely card here. So some of it, see this one, it's a tiny, a bigger frame like this one here. And then I had started with these ones. So we're going to do one of the smaller one. I got some cut out here, I think. Here it is. So then you can see the difference. Both of them going to work good, okay? It's no right or wrong, but both of them going to work good. And to be honest, this I cut off maybe a bits and pieces here and there, very little though, but I like the way that it turned out to, I get more of the frame. So this is the Deckled, the rectangle Deckled dies. Woo, a mouthful. Okay, so what I done, I'm using Celebrate Sunflower, and the greeting, I wanted to have thanks a bunch. But here's the but here. I pre-cut all those frames, you know, to get they're all done in advance. Well, some of it I can be off on one side or the other. They're not all exactly the same. So I was afraid that if I use my thank you and position that on my Stamparatus, that I can have a little bit off and have the T cut off or have the H cut off. So I decided to go with a smaller thank you. That's why I'm using Peaceful Moment with the thank you. Note that I'm doing a few hundred of these cards. So for me, it's important that I can do something that is doable and so on. But the thanks so much would have been pretty over here also. It was very tight for the bigger frame, and I didn't want to risk it. Now, I am not stamping both layers at the same time. We're going to do one and then the next one. One thing that I want you to notice is if you use a different thank you, learn from my, whoops, I find one that I like. I cannot even remember the stamp set, but it was a photopolymer. So you cannot have a red rubber and a photopolymer at the same time to stamp. That will not work. You can do one and then come back and do the other one. No, I am doing a few hundreds, so I wanted something easier, so I had to find a red rubber. So now I won't worry about the thank you, because really, and I don't even have to worry about that. It's just the bottom of this, the sunflower. Gonna go and stamp that there. Lift that up, boom. So this is the skinny one. Now let's see with the bigger one. It's the same thing, okay? Gonna put the bigger one there, and I just have to do the bottom. No use to do all of it. And then stamp this. Voila. Well, see, this is not enough ink there. It's the beauty about the Stamparatus. You can come right back and add more. Well, oh, on this side, I was adding on, you know, when it go down, it turned completely mirror image here. Et voila, much prettier. Now, for my card base, I am using 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. We're going to fold this, and I just need the bottom. We're going to put that there. Now I need the whole shebang here, okay? So I'm going to ink all this. And we're going to close this here. And no, I'm not having the full sunflower. That's what I wanted, just the corner. Et voila. Now, let's do another one so we can see both of them. Oh, I got ink on my finger. Don't want that on my card. You want to really increase your fold so it's going to stay flat, okay? If not, it wants to lift up, and then when you bring your plate down, it can't really smear the ink. So make sure it stay flat. So you want the fold, where you fold your card in half, that it's crisp. Et voila. And then again, we're going to stamp this. Boom. Okay, so this part is done. Let's remove this. And then, oops, we can do it two ways. So one way that I done it, I use my soft suede and I did my center. And then I use crushed curry. It's Daffodil Delight, the yellow, but for my sponging, I'm using crushed curry. Number one reason it go faster, because I want it a bit darker. I'm using my blending brush. Start on a scrappy paper and just come. And it doesn't matter if it go on the outside a bit. It's just give a shadow, a reflection. And now, for the next one, well, first, the inside here, I will, let me show you what we're going to do. I would wash this up. I won't keep it on the Stamparatus there. I'm just going to, here we go. And you know what? I think it fit on this, right? Yeah. It's easier to... Here we go. And again, we're just going to do the corner, okay? And now this time, we will not stamp in the black. We're going to stamp with crushed curry. So I would take this. Bring the fun inside. And here we go. See how quick that's going to be? So now the front of the card go with the outside. Also, I would stamp the corner of my envelope like this. Whoops. Well, I need ink again, right? If I want to... I could have inked it again, but I didn't know which corner. Then it would have been off. Here we go. So then my envelope match also. That's the way I like it. Okay, for the frame, my best advice is tumble glue, liquid glue. And the main reason for that, it's because if you're not just right, you can move it. If you use any type of like tape glue or glue dots, if it's hard to move it after you put it down. When it's the full front of a card, my best advice is doing it straight. Meaning I'm putting this down and go straight. That way I know it's straight there, and then you can go on the side also. Et voila. Oh, well, see, that's not right. Silly me. Let's hope that, here we go. You want to make sure. You have to laugh at yourself sometimes. Oh, you know what? Let me add more glue now. If you cannot laugh at yourself, life's going to be a tough one. Just when you do silly mistake like that, just laugh at it. Okay, straight up, down. I was like, why do I have a sunflower at the top? Okay, this one here, it's because I had glue on both there. Okay, let's start this over. Straight down. Here we go. And if I wouldn't have glue on my hand, here we go, my friend. Et voila. How simple is that? So now you see this here, it's not covered. So if you don't like that, you can come back. That's why I'm like, well, you know what? I can do it directly on my paper. So here's the next one, how you can do this. So now this is the skinny. It still works the same, okay? Call it the skinny because it's less, it's the smaller frame. I was ready to toss them out, and I'm like, wait a minute here. Okay, you want to make sure to look where the sunflower is stamped. Now straight up, down, and put it here. See how easy it is to match up. So much easier. Now let me just push this on the side. And sometimes your layer can be off a smidge. I wouldn't worry about that. Something dirty in the back here. Et voila. Now you can do the same thing when it's on your card. It's just more tricky, but here it is. So this one, see, the circle didn't even happen to be on both of them. So I would add that there. Now we're going to bring the crushed curry here. And this one, I'm going to open this up. Find it easier when I open it up. And going to go add. So it's no right and wrong how you're going to do it. It's whatever works best for you. Boom. Now I thought, I can add a little something more on that. So I use the contour dots. Let me bring it back. And I use that with the soft suede. That's the little dots in the color and contour. And that I would do it though before I mount them because I can go more off. So stamp once, again, and again. Boom. That's it. So that is it. Or another one that I done too, it would have been with flicking the, here we go, my Wink of Stella. I love the shimmer when you flick that. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, recycle or reuse what you thought gonna go in the trash. It's a lot easier to cut those frames with a quarter size than cutting very small. You're going to have waste no matter what, right? On a sheet you can get 4. So this way, not only you're going to have these cards, but then you're going to use the negative to make those frame cards with the sunflower. So it's a great way to use your scrap, put it that way. I will have all supplies on my blog list right below, so you can have all the measurement and the supplies, the color, and also all in the US. You can shop 24/7. All of you that support me, thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without your support. Have a lovely day. Till next time, happy stamping.